Okay, we are in episode 9, page 27. We are in the middle of Beowulf's story of the swimming match with he and Brecca. So remember, episodes 8 to 9 on your characteristics and convention chart, narrative open in media res. This is a perfect example of it. Other monsters crowded around me, continually attacking. I treated them politely, offering the edge of my razor-sharp sword. This is like Beowulf's attempt at humor. But the feast, I think, did not please them, filled their evil bellies with no banquet-rich food, thrashing there at the bottom of the sea. By morning, they decided to sleep on the shore. Lying on their backs, their blood spilled out in the sand. Afterwards, sailors could cross the sea road and feel no fear. Nothing would stop their passing. Then God's bright beacon appeared in the east. The water lay still, and at last I could see the land, wind-swept cliff walls at the edge of the coast. Fate saves the living when they drive away death by themselves. So in that, Beowulf continues to kill the monsters. He killed so many monsters that he actually made it safe for other ships to pass through the ocean. Again, this is superhuman deeds. He then says he was signaled by God's bright beacon, which is the sun, to the shore. But then he says that the brave are rewarded by fate only. So there's that contrast between Christianity and paganism. Also, the sea road is kenning, which is another style of sustained elevation, and that is on line 568. So let's pick up in the middle of page 27. Lucky or not, 9 was the number of sea-huge monsters I killed. What man, anywhere under heaven's hierarch, has fought in such darkness, endured more misery, been harder pressed? Yet I survived the sea, smashed the monster's hot jaws, swam home from my journey. The swift-flowing waters swept me along, and I landed on finished soil. I've heard no tales of you, Unferth, telling of such clashing terror, such contests in the night. Brecca's battles were never so bold. Neither he nor you can match me, and I mean no boast, have announced no more than I know to be true. And there's more. You murdered your brothers, your own kin. Words and bright wit won't help your soul. You'll suffer hell's fires, Unferth, forever tormented. Eglef's proud son, if your hands were as hard, your heart as fierce as you think it, no fool would dare to raid your hall. Ruin Herat and oppress its prince, as Grendel has done. But he's learned that terror is his alone. Discovered he can come for your people with no fear of reprisal. He's found no fighting here, but only food, only delight. He murders as he likes, with no mercy, gorges and feasts on your flesh, and expects no trouble, no quarrel from the quiet Danes. Now the Geats will show him courage. Soon he can test his strength in battle, and when the sun comes up again, opening another bright day from the south, anyone in Denmark may enter this hall. The evil will be gone. Whoa, Beowulf. So Beowulf not only kind of tells the true story of the swimming match between he and Brecca, but he also says, Unferth, I know about you. You killed your brothers. And there's nothing anybody can do about that. You're going to rot in hell, basically, for doing that. He then continues to insult Unferth and says, Unferth, if you were man enough, Grendel wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have to save you if you were as good a warrior as I was. Now you have to call upon somebody else. You have to call about me to help save your people. He's basically calling Unferth pathetic and kind of insulting the rest of the Danes in the same breath. Hrothgar, gray-haired and brave, sat happily listening, the famous ring-giver sure at last that Grendel could be killed. He believed in Beowulf's bold strength and the firmness of his spirit. So Hrothgar just kind of sits there as Beowulf is insulting Unferth. He doesn't defend him. Hrothgar has chosen Beowulf over Unferth, and Unferth was a really great warrior for Hrothgar for a long time, but I guess Hrothgar's he has no choice. He's kind of probably saying, yeah, Unferth, this guy's pretty right. If you were as good as you thought you were, then we wouldn't have to have Beowulf save us. At last that Grendel could be killed, he believed in Beowulf's bold strength and firmness of his spirit. There was the sound of laughter and the cheerful clanking of cups and pleasant words. Then Wealhtheow, Hrothgar's gold ring queen, greeted the warriors, a noble woman who knew what was right. She raised a flowing cup to Hrothgar first, holding it high for the lord of the Danes to drink, wishing him joy in that feast. The famous king drank with pleasure and blessed their banquet. Then Wealhtheow went from warrior to warrior, pouring a portion from the jeweled cup for each, till the bracelet-wearing queen had carried the mead cup among them, and it was Beowulf's turn to be served. She saluted the Geats' great prince, thanked God for answering her prayers, for allowing her hands the happy duty of offering mead to a hero who would help her afflicted people. He drank what she poured, Ecgtheow's brave son, then assured the Danish queen that his heart was firm and his hands ready. What you need to understand about women at this time is, they're not seen as equals in that they're savages and warriors and brave, and they have this brute strength, but they are seen as having power over men, not literal physical power, but actual almost this kind of witchcraft or power that the men can't really put their finger on. They don't really understand how women kind of exude this manipulative power over them. It's also said that the women have the ability to see the future, and that treating a woman kindly and with respect will get you kind of the graces of God or the graces of fate. So she pours the mead. This is a duty of the queen. She's blessing each warrior, and it's also an omen of good luck and prosperity. So we're on page 29 in the middle, and Beowulf is now responding or speaking to the group. When we crossed the sea, my comrades and I already knew that all my purpose was this, to win the goodwill of your people or die in battle, pressed in Grendel's fierce grip. Let me live in greatness and courage, or here in the hall welcome my death. Wealtha was pleased with his words. His bright tongue boasts, she carried them back to her lord, walked nobly across to his side. The feast went on, laughter and music and the brave words of warriors celebrating their delight. Then Hrothgar rose, Healfdene's son, heavy with sleep. As soon as the sun had gone, he knew that Grendel would come to Heorot, would visit that hall when night had covered the earth with its net and the shapes of darkness moved black and silent through the world. Hrothgar's warriors rose with him. He went to Beowulf, embraced the Geats' brave prince, wished him well, and hoped that Heorot would be his to command. And then he declared, no one strange to this land has ever been granted what I've given you. No one in all the years of my rule. Make this best of all mead hall yours, and then keep it free of evil. Fight with glory in your heart. Purge Heorot with your ship. Purge Heorot, and your ship will sail home with its treasure holds full. So Hrothgar really treats Beowulf like a son. He promises him riches, rewards. He tells him that basically treat this like this is your own. This could one day be yours. I trust you to protect us. So we've seen parts of his identity, Beowulf's identity and his arrogance. We've seen his courage and bravery, saying that I am willing to die for you. We've also seen the juxtaposition of fate and Christianity. We've seen the importance of customs as well through the presentation of Wealhtheow. And we've seen a lot of the characteristics and conventions of epics regarding the story opening in media res. There's been epithets and kennings. We've also seen aspects of what an epic hero truly is.